Kate and Laura have such unique ways of sort of creating. They're not your average fashion designer.
Kate and Laura Mulleavy live and work in their own world, and it's a long way from Fashion Central. I like to imagine them being really close to the earth in a very primal way. And there's that quality in this collection. There's a sort of witchiness.
It's so fun working with Kate and Laura from Rodarte, because they're such painters and they just work so delicately with the fabrics. So I feel a real challenge to work that out on the face. The lip kind of gives you that intensity that is a good contrast, like the shoes they use for their collection.
You know, I like a witchy look.
Oh, absolutely.
And they were witchy.
They were so witchy, and especially when they started with the little cardigans and the flared skirts, it was kind of like Anna Wintour goes goth.
This collection was definitely much darker, much more punk.
It started with a really simple concept, which was Laura and I loved horror films. We'd seen like millions of horror movies. We especially like Japanese ones. And I think some of the things that first came to our mind was kind of this very like drowned rag doll with like the hair and the face. Maybe more of having something that's kind of magical and beautiful, but there's also like a darker kind of tone that seeps in.
Witches and fairy queens.
Witches and fairy queens.
You feel the evolution of Rodarte?
I do. You know, I love their collection because I think they have a very interesting point of view of taking something that is so overtly sweet and manipulating it with the sort of futuristic hair and makeup and the sort of ripped up hose and that fabulous, fabulous shoe by Christian Louboutin. I mean, it was so fantastic.
The clothes are very well constructed and they're extremely lightweight, so it's almost like you're wearing air.
I love the knits.
I thought the knits were exceptional. I mean, those dresses were really incredible.
They're growing, they're making changes, they're trying different things.
There's been a lot of pressure on them to really live up to a level that I think it takes a lot of designers years and years before they sort of get to that point. So I think they've been kind of put on fast forward.
You know, as a younger designer, the most important thing for us is to, you know, really find what our vision is, and that takes a while. But at this stage, it's kind of like you have to follow your instinct.
It's in their head, it's what they love, what they believe in, and what they want to see women wear.
They have something very special, and I think we're going to see them around for a long time, and they're going to continue to be very directional in fashion.
When you're building clothes and making them, you take on the life of that. You have to mentally kind of leap into that world.